35.
35 seconds, but we thank you for being here with us, and we're about to start our simulcast here on the Encouragement Show, the place to talk about your passions, products, and your possibilities. And we will be starting our simulcast. We want to give you the opportunity to be with us, ask questions, and we're going to do that for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to jump into our conversation. We've got a great guest tonight, and so I'm trusting that you all will be helped with our guest. And so we thank you. Can you help me help somebody and just share this with people on your Facebook list? I need to get some of this lighting is not
going live.
Yeah, we're live now on Facebook Live, and we'll be live on a radio show at 𝗂𝗏𝗃�radio.com in 2 seconds. Good evening, everybody. This is the Encouragement Show. I'm 𝗧𝗵𝗲, and this is the place to talk about your passions, products, and your possibilities. I want to thank you for listening to the show at 𝗂𝗏𝗃�radio.com, and there are those who are watching the show at Facebook Live, and some of you may be listening to it on Ustream. And so we've got a triple cast going, and we thank you for listening to us, and we greatly appreciate it. And we trust that something will be said tonight that will strengthen you, help you in your push as you pursue your goals. Our show is brought to you by my latest book, Go Get It, Stories and Steps to Seize Success. Motivational messages, some encouragement quotes in here, some original encouragement quotes. One of them on page 56 says, make the adjustment required for the advancement desired. Make the adjustment required for the advancement desired. So you'll see that and many other quotes in here as you pursue your goals, go after your dreams. And you can get your copy at Amazon.com. In the search, put Go Get It, and then put my name, 𝗧𝗵𝗲. And so we thank you for that. And if I know we're talking to people all over the world, but if you're close by, if you're in the Los Angeles, Carson, Compton, Inglewood area of California on June 16th, I'll be having a book signing at the brand new 𝗃𝗃 Coffee House in Compton, California from 1 to 2:30. So stop on by. And also, if you have a book, a business, a product, or a project that you want the world to know about, why don't you consider being a sponsor of the Encouragement Show? We have a product that will fit your pocket. So contact us at 𝗃𝗏𝗃@gmail.com. That's 𝗃𝗏𝗃@gmail.com. And we can get you started so the world can know about what you do. And so we appreciate all of you all that are listening, all of you all that are watching. And we've got a great guest today, Mr. Stanley James II. He was on our show before, but he was on the radio. He came in on the phone when we had our book signing. He had an awesome book then. He's got a brand new book out. It's coming out, and so we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about the journey, and we're going to talk about some things that we want to help everyone with. If you have a book, if you have a movie, whatever the case may be. But also, we have some questions from some people around the country, and so we want to be of help. We want to answer some questions. If you have a question that I can help you with about pursuing your goal, going after your vision, give us a call. If you're watching on Facebook Live, you can just put it up on the screen, but write it in all caps. It helps me see it easier. Or you can give us a call at 323-300-8132. That's 323-300-8132. If you're listening at www.𝗂𝗏𝗃�radio.com, you can give us a call to answer your question. You can give us a call so that we want to get an answer. We want to help you. We want to give you an encouragement. And so I'll be doing that. We will also be getting some answers from our guest, Stanley James, helping with, because he's been in pursuit. He's going after his goals. And so we want to do that. But our first question, we have a question from, let me see, which one am I going to pick? we have a question from Miss Yolanda in Houston, Texas. And she says she heard me say once that I was taught not to ring your own bell. And so what steps did I take to become more vocal about myself? And how would you suggest a person overcome their shyness or whatever the case may be? One of the things that I did is, as it relates to encouraging myself and overcoming the idea of not promoting myself, was to understand that was in reference to ministry. I'm a minister of the gospel, and so I was taught a couple of things about being humble and not asking anybody to let you preach and all those things, and I still believe that. But as it relates to going after my goals in writing and motivational speaking, we may need to do that, letting people know who I am so that they can call me. Also, as it relates to, overcoming, sometimes you have to overcome some things. Sometimes you have to overcome some fears. That's why we can't do without them, Stanley. Inside joke. But overcoming some things. And so overcoming our fears, overcoming our shyness. You have to be able to push forward and go forward anyway. So I hope that helps you. But also, I have another question from Tina in Florida. Tina in Florida, she asks, how do you get past your internal roadblocks? Your drive for success is getting shaky, but you have already sacrificed so much to give up now. And I'm quite sure, Stanley, you can relate to sacrificing and doing things of that nature. So I'm going to answer, and if you have some input, you can answer also. Basically, she says, how do you get past your internal roadblocks and your drive for success is getting shaky, but you have already sacrificed so much to give up now? How do you continue pressing forward? Well, what I would say to Tina from Florida is that getting past the internal roadblocks, I would suggest that you remember your why. Remember why it is that you're doing this. If it's writing, singing, business, whatever it is, remember your why. And that, I find for myself, that has pushed me past any writer's block, any frustration because things are not going the way I need them to go. So remember your why. And then I would say, Review some of your methods. The things that have worked, repeat them. The things that haven't, you can tweak them a little bit. And also, you have to stay motivated regularly. I listen to something motivational, a video, or people like Lisa Nichols or Les Brown. I listen at least once a day. And so you have to stay motivated. So I would say, remember your why, review the things that you're doing, and repeat the things that have worked. And sometimes you have to tweak things, and then regularly you have to be motivated, because sometimes you will get down. Sometimes things are not going the way that they should be going. But remember your why and review the things that you've been doing, tweak some things, and then you may have to then repeat the things that work. So, Stanley, any suggestions for Tina in Florida?
Like I said, to follow up on what you said, to meditate and then to really look at the things around me, the things that I do have.
Ooh, that's good.
So that's like all the motivation that I need. Just look around and be thankful for the things and the friends and family that I do have to get me out there even more, to where we strive for more,
Right. Well, that's good. That's good. So looking at the benefits, looking at the half full instead of half empty.
Because it could be worse. It could have nothing.
Okay, yeah.
So that's what I look at it.
That's good. That's good. That's good. It could be, and the fact that whatever the business is, whatever the goal is that Tina from Florida is doing, at least she's starting.
At least you start. A lot of people don't even start.
Ah, that's good. That's good. I had a young lady on my show, 𝗏𝗏 Baskets by Buttons, and I asked her what was one of her biggest hurdles.
Yeah.
What was one of her biggest accomplishments? And she said the fact that she got started. That was it. So
that's the hardest part in anything in life. Really, is just starting.
Okay.
Believing in yourself that you could really even start is the hardest part. So
what would you say keeps some people from at least getting started?
Rejection.
The fear of rejection. Okay.
Fear of rejection. That's like the biggest thing to me.
Okay.
I think of.
Yeah.
That's why people don't get started in anything they choose to do.
That's good. That's good.
And then the mind thinking of things that they ain't gonna go far by doing so little. They'll expect the old grand prize by the end of the day.
Right.
Taking baby steps.
And sometimes you have to take those kind of steps.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in terms of taking those steps to learn, to, you know, as they say, crawl before you walk.
They say Rome wasn't built in a day, so.
Exactly. So you gotta take those steps. So Tina, in Florida, we would say to you, take a look around at the things that you do have. That can help you stay motivated, to use your term, when your drive is getting weak. Remember your why. Why did you start that? Why do you have to do this? Why is this so important to you? So remember your why. Take a look at what you do have, as our guest, Mr. James, said, and to continue pressing forward, you have to stay focused. You have to stay motivated. So continue, read something, look at some motivational videos. You can find some of mine on YouTube, shameless plug. You can find some of mine on YouTube under 𝗏𝗏 under Your Encouragement. And so, but stay and stay around people who will push you forward and not push you down. Stay around people that say you can do this. Now people say, yeah, girl, I know you're not going. Don't hang around those kind of people.
Hang around people that you see yourself alike.
Exactly. So those are the things that we can that I would say to help you. We've got another question we're going to add to later on, but I want to get into my conversation with my guest, Mr. Stanley James II, author extraordinaire. And so we're going to let him introduce himself on the Encouragement Show here at KLIQradio.com, Facebook Live, Ustream, and so we're broadcasting through all of those means. So before we get into our conversation, I want to ask Stanley just to introduce himself. Tell us a little bit about him.
Well, like you said, my name is Stanley James II. I'm an author from Long Beach, California, born and raised on the north side. I got into writing, I really want to say, in my teens.
Okay.
I started as a hobby at first, writing raps, poems, then short stories come along. So that's how I really got into writing, with a couple of my teachers and a couple of my peers saying they really enjoyed it. So that's what made me really take it seriously.
Okay. And, well, you have a new book. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the other book. But one of the questions I was going to ask you is how long have you been writing? But you said since your teens, which, looking at you, is not too far back.
No.
You know? No. But, okay, you started writing, why?
I just always was a fan of the written art, you know. So like, I always kept a journal, always kept a little book of raps since like Boy Scouts.